And good evening again. The show will go on.
That's what the musicians of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic Orchestra are saying, despite the fact that contract negotiations are still in the works. News Channel 15's Randy Spieth spoke with both parties to see how talks are going, and he joins us now with more. Randy.
Heather, according to the Philharmonic players, management wants to reduce musicians' work from 40 weeks to 32 and cut musicians' annual salaries from a little more than $27,000 to less than $22,000, while adding an additional $3,000 in annual out-of-pocket costs for family health insurance coverage. But how negotiations are going so far? Well, that depends on which party you ask. The Philharmonic's management and the orchestra's musicians talked for 7 hours today about the musicians' contract.
There's a lot of give and take in the negotiations. We don't have an agreement yet, but we're both still committed to reaching that mutual agreement.
But the players, who are part of the American Federation of Musicians Local 58 Union, are disappointed after the meeting.
We're a little disappointed that we didn't make better progress today. We're still just too far apart.
With the two parties far from an agreement, the members of the union have approved leaders to authorize a strike if needed.
If we're making progress, we're okay. Right now, we're not making enough progress, but I don't think we're at that point.
I know that there's a lot of interest in the negotiation story, but I don't ever want the music to be forgotten about.
The musicians don't want to stop playing either, but want budget cuts to be shared across the entire organization.
Their approach has been to place a very heavy burden on the musicians. And what we are offering them is a fair and balanced approach to the deficit reduction so that everybody and every part of the organization shares in the sacrifice.
There are no more scheduled contract talks at this time. J.L. Nave says he wants the next 2 days to focus on Saturday's opening night, and he says the orchestra is on pace to beat its goal of $6,000 in ticket sales. Mark, back to you.
Randy, thank you.